Well, when I first was approached and started with the team, we were given a list of 60 players, 30 of which were PBA players. The other half were players from Japan, Korea, UAAP, NCAA, even some naturalized, possible naturalized players. And so that was the list in which we first worked on. We looked at the list of 60 that we got, the original list of 60, and we chose Terrence and Mo Tautua to replace the 60. Well, so we were really only worried about Jason and Calvin. The other two guys, they were on the list, so walang problema, di ba? So what happened later is mga 5 days ago, we were told that there is another list that was submitted. And there's a list of 37 players. And on that list of 37 players, Mo and Terrence, and even Stanley, who we had as our alternate, were not on the new list that was submitted. So we had a 60 list that we originally worked off. The two guys that Calvin and Jason were not on that list. We wanted other players off that list, but we knew it would be too hard, so we just asked for those two. And so then we took Terrence and Mo because they were on that list of 60. Now the new list comes. Now all 4 players are not on that list. So now we're requesting to put 4 guys on the list that were not on the list. Does that make sense? You still making sense? Let me know, because I know it gets confusing. We're confused. So that's where we stand. We're trying to get those 4 guys onto the thing. We've heard that the answer is no. We've heard that, but we haven't got anything official, and we're trying different avenues to continue. In the meantime, we had to go to the list of 37 and look at that list and try to find 4 replacements for the guys that supposedly cannot go. And that's Jason, Calvin Abueva, Mo Tautua, and Terrence Romeo. So we had to look for 4. So we looked on the 4 of the 37 list. There was only 6 available players for us to choose 4 from the 37 list of 37. The reason why, again, all the players from Japan and Korea, all the injured players are on there. And it boils down that there's only 6 players left. So we had to choose 4 from those 6. And so this guy, poor guy, he has to call these guys at 11 o'clock last night and say, can you show up tomorrow at 9 a.m. for a practice?
Inspire.
And Inspire. So he calls all 4 players, and they all agree. And those 4 players are Chris Ross, Kevin Alas, Arvin Tolentino, and CJ, who has returned. So CJ came back yesterday, so he's now back in the Inspire camp. So those are the 4 replacements that we have for Calvin, Terrence, Mo, and Jason.